Hey, happy hempsters. This is Dee Dee Taylor.
And I'm Beth Panati.
Thank you guys for listening to us. We are talking about some sleep today. I don't know if anybody has been struggling with this whole time change, but I know I have.
It messed me up.
Oh God, I'm ready for bed at like at 6 or 7. Last night it was 7:30, and John looks over and he's like, "Is it too early for bed?" And I was like, "Not really. Gosh. I'm about ready myself."
I know.
We managed to make it till like 8:45, and I'm like, "That's it. I can't do no more. I just can't." But yeah, we were both just freaking tired. So we've been struggling, and I know other people have been struggling, and it's mostly just it's that darkness.
Yeah.
Like when it's dark, I'm like, I should be in bed.
Right.
I should be in bed.
Exactly.
And so it's kind of comical. But the weird thing is, the other day I had to stay up because I went to a concert with my girlfriend, and I took, Lord, I'm not doing this ever again. I did coffee at like 4. Well, I did not sleep worth shit that night. And I know it wasn't because of the concert, but I just kept tossing and turning, and I couldn't get comfortable. And I was just like, okay, I'm never doing coffee that late at night, that late during the day. I just have such a hard time with caffeine and getting it out of my system. It seems like typically I am done at noon. Like, I don't drink any more coffee after noon, and then I'm able to sleep at night. So that could be affecting people too, if they're trying to have that mid-afternoon push with the caffeine and trying to get it, you know.
But then you walk out of work and it's dark.
And you're like, your body wants to shut down, but yet you can't really sleep well. Hence, leading into that, we have a gummy called Blueberry Dreams. It is amazing. It has CBN in it, CBD in it, and chamomile. We didn't go with melatonin because your body naturally produces melatonin, and we didn't do the valerian root. Remember, we did have a conversation about this.
I think that was damaging to your liver.
Valerian can be very damaging to your liver. And chamomile, you got to be careful and make sure you're not allergic to any of the daisy plants. So that's the one thing about chamomile. But chamomile is very nice and calming and relaxing, and just kind of helps you get to sleep. But just recently in PubMed, they did a research on CBN and how that is helping people sleep. So we have a few products with CBN in it. Our ganja grape has THC and CBN in it.
It's our most popular gummy,
oh
too.
My God, we sell the
keep it on the shelves.
out of it. I know, it's crazy how much we have of that. It is such a great product. Everybody loves that product. But it is really good for sleep, and you want to go slow. Try a fourth or a half to start. But yeah, it's a great gummy for sleep. And then we also have a CBD with melatonin. And does it have
that
CBN?
Has the CBN
it has CBN in as well. And that's from Creating Better Days. And that's a pretty big seller too.
A lot of people like that one too.
They like that one too.
Yeah, so the Blueberry Dreams does not have THC. So people who don't want THC or don't want that psychoactive
effect,
they'll go with the Blueberry Dreams. Whereas people who want a little extra kick of that THC feel will go with the ganja grape. Or Delta 8 THC, because people ask me all the time, what's the main difference between Delta 8 and Delta 9? Delta 8 will make you feel a lot more drowsy than Delta 9.
I think it feels like your whole body relaxes.
I say it's more of a body feel. That couch lock, as they call it. It's like,
couch.
I'm good. I'm just going to lay right here.
I can't move.
But I took some last night. I took some Delta 8, and I don't normally, but my mind was still kind of going, but my body was tired. I just didn't feel like doing anything. So took that Delta 8. Man, I slept great, and it doesn't take long before you
and the best part about it is you don't wake up feeling like shit.
I woke up feeling like I didn't even take anything.
Like that. Right. That's the best part about it.
Whereas those NyQuil sleep aids and people take Benadryl.
And they say that I just heard recently that too much Benadryl, like if you take it all the time, that it can cause dementia.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Who the fuck wants dementia? I don't. Now I do take Zyrtec every day because we have cats. I hope that won't give me dementia.
Need to look in
I know. I'm going to ask the doctor about that. But it's not Benadryl. You know what I mean? It's a citrus something-zine. I don't know what it is, but that does make you wonder. But, you know, on the opposite end of that, if you need like that pick-me-up, instead of the coffee, maybe you could try. We have a new product out that's THCV with caffeine in it. So, and like it's not a huge dose of caffeine, is it?
I think it's 20 milligrams.
Yeah, so nothing huge.
A cup of coffee is almost 200 milligrams or something.
Yeah,
but that THCV,
that in and of itself is a great perk you up.
You feel very focused, and you can go without feeling jittery.
Yes,
that's what I like about it, and it's an appetite suppressant.
Oh yeah,
you really don't want to eat as much when you're taking it. So a lot of people really like that product.
I would take that over Ozempic. That shit causes all kinds of problems.
I know. Well, in THCV is good for ADD, ADHD is what we're finding out, because people are trying. We're like, try this, try it. And
we've gotten a lot of people off of Adderall.
I know.
It's like adults taking Adderall. Yeah. Instead, they are taking our products.
Well, the problem was they were put on these medications as children, and now they're trying to wean themselves off because of the damage that it's doing. And so they come see us, and that product seems to be a winner for that.
For sure.
And I love that it's just all natural. You don't have any.
I had one person, I think I want to write a book and just put in all the stories that I hear. Wouldn't that be great?
Right.
I think I'm going to do that, and just all the stories that I hear. And I had one customer tell me that they love the THC on the weekends when they're trying to get their house cleaned. And I do the same damn thing. I will clean one thing and then be like, oh, I need to do that. Oh, I need to do that. Like, it's like one of those round. And I'm like, and John's like, aren't you doing? I'm like, my ADD's kicking in. Like, I'm cleaning 500 different things at once, or you know what I mean? And it can be annoying.
Right.
I complete things, but I will start dishes, and then, I need to go put a load in, and then I need to fold these, and then let me get back to the dishes. So, but I had one customer say that they are just able to get focused and get their chores done and be done with it, because I still call them chores because they suck. I hate doing all this shit. But yeah, so I thought that was pretty cool. And they're like, I can get through everything I need to get through. And you know, without being high. That's the one good thing about THCV. You don't feel the THC side to it as much. And you took like a whole one time, didn't you? And you said the whole one was too much.
Oh yeah, because they went up to 25 milligrams. Yeah. They originally started at 5.
5 or 10.
It was 5. Yeah, and 25 is a lot. So you can. It comes in a 15 count, so you can cut those in half easily and make it last. Well, 30 days.
And then we also that's our Creating Better Days, especially the THCV with the caffeine, and then they have just a regular THCV one as well. But then we also have Black Cherry, and that one has the Delta 9 with the THCV as well. So it does provide that fun effect, but also makes you focused.
Yes.
So those are a really big seller of ours too. Those, the Ganja Grape and the Black Cherry are probably our 2 biggest sellers.
Everybody's like, I need something to help me sleep, and I need something to help me wake up.
Daytime, nighttime.
Just shows you how off our bodies are, because they're not doing those things on their own.
And I think it has a lot to do with our screens and being on computers and that the EMF stuff. I have some theories about what's going on in our household. So I bought a lot of the little blockers. I even have them here at work too. I'm just like, well, you know, that shit can cause cancer and all kinds of stuff, tumors.
It can. I know.
So we think maybe it might be causing my husband's seizures, because his room, Beth came out to our house and she
he's my little K2 electromagnetic field detector.
And John's room is filled with EMF.
I know.
Just his room. Just his room too.
So
it's crazy.
No seizures since.
Yes. No. And
fingers crossed.
And he actually went to a seizure monitoring unit this past week, and damn it, he didn't have not one seizure. Well, then while he was gone, I literally EMF proofed his entire house or his entire bedroom. I bought a block that does something. I bought a plug-in. I bought these little things that you stick on all the appliances. So if there's any EMF now hitting him, I don't know where the hell's coming from. Like, I don't know. But his bedroom is also, and yes, we sleep separate because I cannot sleep with anybody. It's me. I'm the problem. It's me. It's not him. So we have separate bedrooms, but it's weird because that bedroom, he never had seizures until he moved into the house. Yeah. And that bedroom used to be his office. And that's where the internet stuff and his computer and all that stuff was there. And now, and for that 5 years when he went without seizures, he wasn't in there. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? He was at his office, so not nearly as much EMF. Right. And we did sleep in the same bed then. And then it's just been recent that he started having the seizures again. And then most recent, we put in his air conditioning unit.
And that is a lot of EMF. You saw how high that.
And I would have never fucking guessed. Oh, by the way, aluminum foil blocks EMF too. Yes. You know, those people that wear those aluminum foil hats, they're not wrong. They're not wrong.
Right. You got to protect your brain.
You got to protect your brain. Right. So, and he won't wear one to bed. He refused. I tried. He made fun.
He made one, didn't he?
Yeah, he wrapped it around his head. He was making fun of us. But I told him I'm going to make a mobile. I'm going to make a mobile over his bed that is just aluminum foil that swirls around. But I just want to keep him healthy.
We are all about, natural, holistic stuff. You know, if we can find...
And it's just been driving me crazy because there's nothing wrong with him.
Right.
There's no gray matter in his brain. He wasn't born epileptic. You know, all of his blood work, he is healthy. He doesn't even have high cholesterol, which amazes me, but he eats more processed shit than I do. But you know, he may be about 10, 15 pounds overweight, but that's it.
Yeah.
He has a resting heart rate of like 30.
What?
Yes, his resting heart rate is crazy. Like he almost didn't get in the Army because his resting heart rate was so bad, it was so low. And the guy goes, just do some jumping jacks and then we'll take it again. And then of course he was fine. But one time he had surgery. And this is the funniest thing. I think it was a colonoscopy, actually. One, he woke up in the middle of it because they did not give him enough medicine. And he turned around and was like, that doesn't belong there. And they gave him more medicine. But when he was coming to, his blood pressure was so low and his heart rate was so low. They came and got me because they thought something was going to happen to him. But it's always been that way naturally. So like I'm saying, the man is healthy. So I've just been at my wit's end because being a Virgo, I have to fucking know the answer and figure it out. I know. So I increased all his vitamins. Even without being checked, I added zinc because apparently drinking too much coffee can deplete your zinc, people. And if you don't have zinc, you can have seizures. So I was like, well, fuck. Okay, maybe that's it. So I increased all that, and he hasn't had a seizure since. So I started increasing all that after the very last seizure, which was November 1st, knock on wood. He's gone 27 days so far without one. And then, you know, there's still some aluminum foil in his bedroom by the air conditioner. And we're going to take that out this weekend, which I think will help too. But then I got a cage over it. So plus we increased his CBD oil. So we're trying to do everything right to keep him from having seizures.
And you said he slept better.
Yes, he said that the past 3 nights he's been sleeping so much better. So along with, you know, sleep issues, check your EMF readings around your room. I know. Because that could be blocking some of your receptors and not letting you sleep because all this shit's going on in your head that you don't really know is happening. But it's like feeding into your neurons.
Speaking of that, I know we're getting off topic, but there is a place in West Virginia called the Quiet Zone. Have you heard about that?
No.
There is no EMF allowed in the Quiet Zone because they have our biggest telescope in our country looking into space there. So they need to decrease all the EMF. So people that live there have no internet. There is no cell service.
Really?
I know, and it's fascinating.
How do they live there? Are they Amish?
No, they're just regular people. So people that there are people that are sensitive to EMF, and it causes all kinds of health problems.
It does.
They can move there and they get relief from that.
Wow.
I know. Isn't that, I never, YouTube, you never know what you're going to learn on YouTube.
Wow.
That's amazing. And it's a huge radius.
Yeah.
And and a lot of people grew up there. They've never had, internet or cell phones, so they don't miss it.
Yeah.
But then the people that are looking for health, and move
reasons
there,
and not,
they're like the benefits outweigh the.
Isn't that crazy?
I know. So it is a big thing. EMF really is a big thing.
It is. I would have
and it's
never
only getting worse.
Ever thought that.
Yeah.
But all the timelines all make sense. Like when I sit and think about this shit, and like when he was having them and when he wasn't, and now that he's having them again, and how they've been really frequent lately.
Yeah.
One a month. One was like within 11 days of one of another.
Odd. Right.
And it's just, I'm like, I have to find an answer. And of course, as neurologists, like, well,
yeah,
you can try. We're not going to say anything, but whatever isn't working works, right? Because he was still having seizures, even being on medication.
I know, and he had gone so long without one. So that's the thing, you want to know what's triggering it now. So.
Yep. So, and it's funny because he even, like, the lights that show up on the internet box, like that used to drive him insane. So he'd put a towel over it. Well, I went in there and I just put black tape over it. Yeah. So that way he didn't have to see the lights anymore too. So that could have been bothering him. Right. You never know. Yeah. But I mean, the one easy thing that you can do without buying a whole bunch of shit and doing what I've done, is literally unplug your equipment at night. If it's in your room, one, get it out of your room, and two, put it in a place where, it's not near everybody, but unplug it at night. As long as it's not getting electric. And I also have a grounding mat. I use it for myself. Now, Beth, surprisingly, Beth's not sure she believes in that, and she believes in a lot of stuff. I know.
I think it depends on quality. I think there's a lot of crappy products out there that say they're CBD. Grounding mat, right? Yeah. So, I mean, I believe in the science of it. Yeah.
And I mean, if it keeps the EMFs from hurting you, I see nothing wrong with it. Right. So I do it at night after I work out, and I put my legs up. So it's just a little mat, not real big. And I tell you, my legs don't seem to hurt as much. Good. So that's kind of why I did it. I was like, well, fuck, well, I might as well try it. I try everything else, Right. So.
Well, and grounding is important. We're not taking off our shoes. We're not connecting with the earth. No. And we need to vibrate on that frequency.
Things. It's so weird.
Well, you can go and take your shoes off and just stand in one spot.
Oh, that's true.
Hug a tree.
Well, I do need to hug a tree. If he's tall and gorgeous, I'll definitely hug a tree. But there's lots of things that you can do just to help yourself naturally. Things. And CBD is just a natural part of that. I mean, if we didn't have the endocannabinoid system, then would I think that it's a placebo? Maybe. But the fact that we have the endocannabinoid system and we have receptors built literally for these cannabinoids, no one can convince me otherwise.
I know, exactly. So, once you learn the truth, there's no going back.
No, I know, right? I mean, it's crazy because, a lot of these, I never really consider myself a conspiracy theorist, but now that I've been in this industry, I don't fucking believe hardly anything the government tells me.
I know.
You know what I mean? It's like, they're probably lying to you.
Right. So because when they banned cannabis, the increase of all these diseases, I mean, heart disease, cancer.
And did autism ever really exist?
And autism.
I mean, I'm sure it did, but I think a lot of that has to do with our food.
Oh, yeah.
And what's in our food.
100% too. Yeah.
So, I mean, and it's weird because organic food, people are like, oh, I'm so. Well, that's what our grandparents ate. Right. It was organic back then.
Who wants to eat pesticides?
Not me.
Just
or stuff that isn't food and is only one molecule away from being a freaking yoga mat. Like, gross.
It is gross. It's disgusting.
So gross. So there's just things y'all need to reconsider and think about and take care of yourself. And if you're not sleeping, look at your EMFs and get some CBD with CBN in it. It's going to help you. Just keep that in mind. And especially with the holidays coming up and the cold weather, we've got so many varieties of things. We've even got tea you can drink at night.
Yes, we have new teas.
Yeah, we have new tea out. So there's all sorts of things that's going to be beneficial and help you. So just keep that in mind, okay? And anytime you have any questions, reach out to us here at 502 Hemp or at 812 Hemp. We're always here to help find you a good quality product that will work, and we will advise you and educate you, and just keep that in mind. So any questions, please reach out. Follow us on all the socials. Sign up for our newsletters because that's where you hear about our good sales. And just keep that in mind, and definitely get your CBD in. Thanks for listening, everybody. We appreciate you.
Thanks.